Good evening, everybody. We have with us today Ms. Petal Chandok. She is a partner at Trust Legal, and very recently she's made it to the BW list of 40 under 40. So congratulations, ma'am, on that.
Thank you so much.
So let's begin with you telling us a little bit about your journey after law school.
Yes, so like every lawyer, I also joined a firm and started my work in real estate laws. But I very quickly felt that this is not what I really want to do, and that is when I joined Trust Legal, where I am today. Since 2014, I've been here. So the journey of associate to partner, and in between, of course, senior associate, principal associate, associate partner, and then finally partner in 6 years has been really amazing. It has been a tough journey. It has been a lot of hard work, but a lot of opportunities. So I think that has really made me, what I am today. And yes, this has been brief. This has been the journey, and have done a lot of work in various disciplines of law, from environment to healthcare to copyright and corporate litigation, everything. So yes, a lot of opportunities, but a lot of hard work and a lot of good results, I believe. Yeah.
Yes, you had a very interesting journey. In fact, I think you've made it to the list in a very young age. So did you have a plan of action, or do you think that things just fell in place?
There was no plan of action, to be honest. It was just that one day the firm thought that they should send the application, and we did. I just filled it in, even though it was a lot of, I think, I had to think a lot before filling it in, because for the last, I think, 6-7 years, I don't have a CV, I don't have anything. So I had to really dig in, look at things, and then put information into it. But yes, there was no plan of action. I think it was just good intentions, and I thought that if my sincerity and hard work can be acknowledged and recognized, it should be. Yeah.
That's true. So you have a lot of experience in trial courts and various other tribunals, and you've done a lot of district court work as well. So what is your advice to young students, and how important do you think is law court practice for you to make it big in life?
Yes, so initial years, I think for a good 3 years, I have only done trial courts, and I think that is most important. If you want to understand what is the practice, or what are the procedures of law, what are the trial that actually undergoes before you go to a high court or a Supreme Court, you'll never be able to understand the basis of a high court or a Supreme Court practice. So I think for every law student, one must go through the lower court practice, and then finally rise up to a high court or a Supreme Court. So even though now I very rarely go to trial court, even though yesterday I was in one of the trial courts, but I think that is very important. And as you grow in your career, you can always choose which forums you want to do at some stage. Yeah.
So you're also an inspiration to young girls, because I see a lot of young girls who are a little skeptical about the legal field. So how correct do you think this is? Is the journey of a young lawyer woman, is it any different from the others, or is the legal fraternity such that we can actually consider it as an ideal in terms of equality for other fields as well?
Okay, good question. I think as lawyer, or as any professional in any field, there still is a certain degree of, I won't say discrimination, but some sort of inequality that we go through. However, having said that, I think being a woman and being a professional, being somewhat accomplished in whatever I'm doing, I think this journey has been beautiful, and I don't see why any girl should not try it or should not do it. Having said that, of course, there will be circumstances, there will be situations where you will feel, that somebody is discriminating, or you go to a court. Like I remember going to a court in Agra, and it was a SDM's court, and there was no girl there, and there were only men, and you know, they looked at me as if I don't know who I am. So there could be circumstances like those, but to rise above that and to actually feel proud of that moment, like I actually tell my colleagues or even my juniors, you know, my friends who have siblings who are lawyers, that it was a good moment. You know, they looked at me and probably they felt that, oh, if she can do it, why can't my daughter? Maybe, I don't know. So I think being a woman should only make you stronger to be able to, you know, do what you want to do in this field. I think this is one profession which really helps you speak, and you know, it really empowers you. It really gives you strength, because like we all know that law is a profession where you actually are able to, you know, speak and express what you really want to. So I think yeah, young female lawyers should really go ahead and do what they really wish to do.
I think those are just lovely words of encouragement, and they're going to really motivate all students. So I'll just move on to the next question about, you know, your area of expertise is also copyright law. So what is your advice to young practitioners or young lawyers who want to make it big in the field of copyright?
So you know, when I had, like I said, when I had started working in this particular firm, Trust Legal, I was doing a lot of healthcare, corporate work, healthcare work, like healthcare related work for clients. And copyright only came to me 3 years back, when there was a big client who came to us with this entire mandate. And the managing partner of our firm said that he will do it. And before that, I had never studied copyright laws. And I don't have a habit of saying no, so I said yes, I'll do it. After a couple of months, I was so stressed out about it. You know, I felt that I'm not able to do justice, I'm not able to do this. But he gave me a lot of strength, and he said that no, you're going to do it, and you just keep working however you're working. And today we have a very good copyright practice in the firm. So just 3 years I could build it, and I think you know, it really doesn't matter whether you've really specialized it in a specific field in college or not. I think if you really want to do it, and if you really are at it, if you study well, because I had to also study the copyright laws before going into the courts. And if you are going to really work hard with sincerity, I think nothing can stop you from having a copyright practice or any other practice for that matter. Yeah.
That's actually true, that you need to continue working hard.
Yes.
So you've had a long association with Lloyd Law College. In fact, you studied, you graduated from here. So can you just say a few words about the college and about, you know, any words of inspiration for the students as well?
Yes, so I had passed out in 2012, and the journey has been amazing at that point in time. The faculty was amazing. I think Salim sir is very, very encouraging. He just doesn't leave a moment to encourage our students. I'm sure it's the same with you all. And you know, initially we used to feel that nobody knows the college, and I'm talking about 8 years back, and at that point in time, not many people knew about Lloyd. But now when I tell people that, you know, I'm an alumni of Lloyd, they know it. And I think a lot of credit goes to each one of you students who have really, you know, made a name in various ways. You know, whether it's filing a PIL in Supreme Court, or whether you know, it's standing for the correct thing, and whether they are moot competitions or whatever that you guys are doing. I think you're fantabulous, and keep doing that. And I'm sure Mohammed sir is always there to encourage and support you all. And as seniors also, we will try and extend as much support as we can to all of you. Thank you.
I think those are some brilliant words. Thank you so much. Thank you, and we hope that we continue with our association with you.
Yes, sir.
Also, I wish you best for all your future endeavors.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.